Well, let's shift focus now to the commodity markets. Manisha Gupta is joining in. Manisha, what's the one commodity you're tracking today?
Well, I'm looking at the crude oil prices because some strong gains is what we've seen come in for this week. The crude oil prices, the Brent that is trading near $80 a barrel. It's headed for a second weekly gain. But even with that, we are headed for a first annual decline in case of crude oil prices. And this comes in since 2020 there. What the markets are looking at is the Houthi attacks at this point in time in Red Sea. And there's a Bloomberg report suggesting that the oil shipments have declined by 40% because of what's happening there. But the volumes itself within Red Sea are not so great because much of the global oil actually is exported via Strait of Hormuz from the Middle East, and those volumes actually have been quite on the stronger side. There's a lot of discounted crude as well coming in from that area. The markets also are looking at reacting to the latest developments, that is about Angola leaving OPEC, saying that it does not serve the country's interests because OPEC has put out an output quota cut for all of its OPEC members, and we do know that there is a discord among the OPEC members as of now, especially coming in from the African countries, and Angola has been protesting output quota cuts for some time now, so taking that decision there. Also, there have been doubts in any case on OPEC's ability to tighten the markets, and that has been weighing onto the street there. The U.S. production on the other side also is at a record highs at 13.3 million barrels per day. Not just US, you have Brazil, Canada, Norway also increasing production. So much of the non-OPEC producing countries have been increasing production. That's weighing onto the markets. If you look at the prices itself, October and November have been the weaker months there. We've seen 10% decline in October, 8% down in November, and December so far has been trading quite on the marginal gains there. If you look at the volatility happening in case of the crude oil prices, that has been quite strong as well. We started this year with almost $82 a barrel. June saw a decline up to $70 a barrel. We did see prices gain up to 96 in the month of September. It was 82 is where it had declined by October. At this point in time, we are holding around that $80 barrel mark. But we have seen huge volatile moves coming in case of the crude oil prices in the last many months there. The last 3 months should come in on your screen. So 96 is what we saw in the month of September. If you look at October, November, December, from 96, we saw the prices decline all the way down to 74 on the weaker side. But currently, we are holding around that $81 mark. So in the last 1 month, we've seen the prices actually trade between 74 to 81 on the higher side. Talk about on what we are seeing in sense of outlook for 2024. Well, I'll start with the most bearish of them. Citi says that 75 of an average for Brent is what they're anticipating for 2024. It's between 80 to 85 for Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan and Morgan Stanley as well. 90 is something that we're not even talking about right now in sense of averages. So Bank of America on the higher side at 90. EIA talks about 86 to 87. 93 is what Barclays expects. S&P Global Platts talks about 85. So when you look at all of those price forecast for 2024, well, all of them actually are within that 75 to 95 of a mark in the coming new year.
All right, Manisha, what happened to those outrageous calls? The fun calls. These are safe calls, right? All right, that's oil and commodities in focus. Manisha, thanks very much for that.